This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show. I'm super excited. This is episode number, what are we at? Where are we? There we go. We're episode number 325. I'm super excited. I was watching Amazon Prime like last week. Saw a movie, watched it, and instantly had to reach out to the stars of the show. So please help me welcome at this time the stars of SuperHot, Kandace Kale and Eli Cooke. How are you guys doing?
Doing good, sir. Thank you for having me.
Oh man, I'm super stoked that you guys are here. So so let's talk a little about the movie. First off, here we go. A little there we go. A little slow sometimes. SuperHot. Caught it on Amazon Prime a couple weeks ago, and was like, yes, I need to talk to these guys about this flick. So let's start off first. How did you guys get involved with it? Is it something that you saw somewhere and had to audition for? Is it something that somebody reached out to you for?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yeah. So actually, it was something that I was reached out to by the producers and all and the team. They it was through an app called Backstage. A lot of actors, who work or who don't have SAG and all that stuff, they usually have Backstage to get some type of work done that's non-union. But I got a DM or a message from them saying they wanted to request, a one-on-one interview about SuperHot, the role. They already had the role picked out for me and decided that they wanted to it fit me already. So I was really honored and it was an incredible opportunity. I've never had anything done like that to me before. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dude, when they reached out to me, it was so crazy because I had talked to them a little bit for a previous role that I was going to be maybe involved with. And then that one kind of fell through as things go through, you know what I'm saying? But they called me one day out of the blue and they were just like, do you want to be the lead in this like film that we have? Because originally the role was cast to be a male, right? Like the Jack was supposed to be Jack or something like that, but there was problems with that. And then they just called me and they were like, do you want to do this? And I was like, dude, yeah, of course, man. Like, this is going to be crazy. Like, it was the first thing that like I've ever really done that was, like pretty high quality the way it is. So
that's awesome.
Same here.
Yeah. So it's your first movies then, your first like a feature length movie.
Yeah.
So what made you guys decide to get into acting in the first place?
That is at least for me, I usually have like two versions. I say, do you want the long version or the short version for me? But just to give like a quick, I guess, rundown, I didn't know what I wanted to do at all when I was like in high school, and I didn't know up until my senior year of high school. And I don't know exactly what made me do this, but I decided to take, I think, 2 back-to-back acting classes. And by the end of that acting class, I got into my first ever show, of like a one act play that was part of a bigger type of vignette style play. And then I realized that it kind of fit me because of just who I was as a person. And I was, I liked reaching out. I liked connecting with people, and I liked making people feel different things. And so as it developed, and as I went to college, community college, and now I'm in I'm in a professional acting program here in LA. I mean, it's definitely, my reasons have varied, but from just making people, you know, want to feel something to really just loving this as an art form and wanting to put a lot of art out there into the world. So that's I mean, I'm an artist at heart, so that's where it really comes from. Like, this is an art form for me. So I was just honored to be in this, my first ever like dream role. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, no, I was pretty similar with that. I was when I was younger, I used to do theater, and I don't do that anymore, but that just kind of like, that was where it sparked, like in middle school kind of. And then I don't know, I stopped doing theater, and then I just kind of like, I just really like fell in love with like the acting aspect of everything in theater, so I just kind of continued with that. And yeah, it's kind of where I am today. So yeah, I really enjoy what I do.
Yeah, just being able to dive into a role that maybe isn't you. So yeah, let's talk again more about SuperHot. So what were your feelings about it when you first read the script? Was it called SuperHot when they reached out to you, and were you like, I don't necessarily know if I'm going to be in a movie called SuperHot?
Yeah, when they told me the title, I just like immediately thought like what could this be? Like, I had like the same thought. I was like, but they explained it because it's the name of the pizza place that we worked at, or that I work at. And yeah, no, it was just like the title is like, it's interesting, but once you like get it, you get it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of had the same. I mean, you know, when you first get a script, you're kind of like, oh, SuperHot. That's I don't, you know, it's I don't know, you know, because I mean, I know as me as an actor, and me just being like a startup actor, I kind of like, I'm very, but I don't know if you can do this, or I mean, I still do it, but I think I have no really control over this. I like to have like certain like I don't like to be in. I mean, I guess every actor, like, you know, wants to. They don't want to be in a bad movie or with no substance. And so I was, you know, very particular about that when I wanted to start out doing my first project. But it kind of like when they first, you know, sent me the script, I was like, okay, SuperHot. I mean, it's an interesting title, and let's see what it's about. And I read it, and it blew my mind away, because it's one of those things where it's something that I always wanted to do, as far as the type of movie it is, a very nostalgic 80s style type of simplistic comedy thriller, you know, type thing. I always wanted to do that, like a cult classic, if you will. That hopefully I want it to be in the future. Hopefully it'll be in the future. But when I first read the script, I was just I fell in love with it first thing. Yeah.
That's awesome. Now, it was filmed in North Carolina. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you're living in LA, doing the LA thing. Your first movie, you have to go all the way across the country to North Carolina.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. It was like a good excruciating plane ride. There was a baby in the back, and it was a whole time, but it was only 5 hours, so everything was good once that happened. But.
And then what time of the year did you actually film it?
When was that?
It was late December.
Yeah,
it was mid.
Okay, so it was December. Okay, because in the movie, you know, there's Christmas lights up, and there, you know, like there's lights on trees, and I was wondering, I was like, did they film this in like June, and then it just was awkward because they had lights on the tree, you know, lights on the house, like one house. But yeah, so it was December.
Yeah. We had you want to answer, because I know the entire cast finished filming like December 17th or 18th or something like that. But I know we had pickup shots and to do, and we didn't do those pickup shots until like I want to say late January, early February, and then maybe like one later on.
Right.
But I think I was like one of the last people that they filmed with pickup shots. So yeah.
Yeah, it was originally, the directors told me it was pushed back a little bit. It was supposed to be something filmed in October, or October originally, and then it was November, and then to December.
Oh, so it must have been, man, December in North Carolina. That's not LA weather at all.
Cold.
No.
It was cold, dude.
And half the movie is filmed outside.
Yeah. Oh my God. In the behind the scenes on YouTube, there's a scene of me where I'm so cold. We're outside. Do you remember this? I was shaking, and I'm like standing there, just like doing a little dance to myself, trying to be warm. And then I just cut back. I hear action, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even. And then I just start acting after I'm dancing like a dumbass. Like it was funny.
Oh man. So I think a lot of people, because Amazon Prime pushed it, hard on the horror aspect, as Halloween was coming up. But is this a Christmas movie? Can Amazon Prime push it as a Christmas movie, considering it occurs during that Christmas season?
I mean, yes. I mean, I don't even. It's such a good movie as just to
really
watch.
A Prime movie type of thing. It is technically on Amazon a horror comedy, so you could like cater it more to like Halloween, obviously, but
right.
Christmas, I don't know if I would call it a Christmas movie. It's just an anytime movie.
Like, it's not like that. It's that Die Hard, Gremlins. It's those aren't Christmas movies. But everyone always says, "Hey, Die Hard's my favorite Christmas movie." So maybe.
Yeah,
I think it gives me the like, because I mean, if it gives off the vibe and it gives off the like, this is a great like ensemble, like
So we filming in North Carolina. So how many days were you there in North Carolina filming this?
I got there first, and I was the last one to leave. So that was, I think, a total of like 3 weeks and a couple days.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't that long, but it was so great being there. It was such an amazing experience. Yeah, but then Elijah came like a little bit, maybe like 4 days right after me.
Yeah, it was like mid. I think it was like was it a Wednesday or Thursday? I think, or something like that. It was midweek, and she was already there. Because they had already filmed the first couple scenes, because she's the main star, so she had a couple scenes already done under her belt. And I came in nervous as heck, and here she comes downstairs, just chill. What's up, man? Like, yeah, very, 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 very chill person. Yeah.
What, Elijah? Were you nervous at all because you had it's your first movie, and you had come in and they had already been filming? Did that add to the intensity of the nervousness at all?
I want to say, of course, right? Like it wasn't in the front of my mind, because literally I think I had almost a panic attack, like almost a panic attack, like right when we were like filming and going in, because I didn't know what to expect. Like I didn't know where to begin, how it started. I think that was like the thing that kind of like in the back of my mind, oh, they've been here filming already. Everybody kind of already knows everybody. Everybody kind of like it's the new kid, the new kid who plays a significant role coming in a couple days later, or like it's how would these things mix, and how would I get along with these people that have already kind of like made connections, possibly. But it worked out better than I could have ever hoped for, honestly.
And then everyone stayed in the same house, and that was the vampire house, right? That everyone who stayed in that house.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We had like, what was it? Maybe like 8 of us living in the house at once. I think, wasn't there like 3 people in the dude's room, and then like we had like 4 girls, 4 or 5 girls, something like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It was really cool though. It felt like camp. It felt like like a really like cool like I don't know, just like it was amazing. But yeah.
So you would film at night, and then what time would you guys wrap and then have to and then try to get to bed? Because
Uh,
I've been there filming a movie at night, and like you basically film till the sun comes up.
we I don't think it like I don't think we did like an all night. Did we do it all? I don't think we ever did an all nighter. I think it was like a really late night. I think every
Yeah.
like
They were like really like good with like spacing up everything. They were like, by the way, shout out to Taylor King and Sean King. They're amazing.
oh yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
they're like so amazing. They space out everything. Like they're the most professional people ever. Like I don't know how to put it, but um for this film on like a little bit of a like lower scale, but not really lower scale. You know what I mean? But like lower budget. Um, they're like the most amazing directors you could like ask for. Like honestly, but yeah, it was really cool.
Oh yeah.
Now, Candace, your character Jackie, super nerd. They made your room up to look, there was Star Wars posters, there was toys, there was all that stuff. Now, I'm guessing that's not you at all.
You would be pretty much correct. Yeah, when they told me that I was gonna be this like nerd character, I was like, all right, like let's take this on. Like, I mean, I've only seen one of the Star Wars movies. Like, that's how much of not a nerd I am. Like, you know what I mean? But whatever. It was like super fun though to like play that because I was just like I was channeling like the inner like just like the nerd like the inner like you know what I'm talking about? Like yeah. So
Right.
it was really fun though. I liked it a lot.
Now, do you have if nerd stuff and whatnot isn't your type of fandom, like type of movie or genre music? So, what is it that gets you excited? Like, what do you go out and seek out? Like, what's on your bedroom walls?
It's on my bedroom walls. I mean, I don't know. I really like horror movies and stuff like that, and like horror movies and action movies, pretty much. But yeah, not a whole bunch of nerd stuff. Like I'm pretty. I would say I'm Jackie, but just minus the nerd. Like pretty much everything else she is, just like minus her nerd factor. You know what I'm saying? Like I very much so put myself into her. You know what I mean? Like I didn't tone down the nerd, but I
Right.
think I just made myself like into her. You know what I mean? So
Absolutely. Elijah, what are you a nerd? Would you consider yourself a nerd? What are your fandoms?
Absolutely. I am that nerd. I a lot of the things in there that I do comment on, it's kind of funny because I don't know a lot of them. I don't those aren't my particulars, but I'm a huge fan of Star Wars, even though I haven't seen like the past trilogies, which I really need to sit down and watch those. But like I mean, I was a huge fan of like the trilogy that just concluded recently. Um, I love a little bit of everything. Like like the when we did the video game scene, I was just like ecstatic, just playing video game. I'm a huge that's what I do nonstop if I'm not acting. But
Oh yeah, what's your game of choice?
uh it depends. Okay, so I like I like many different types of games.
Okay.
If it's like an RPG type open world type deal, I really want to say, or at least open world. I want to say my top is I love Fallout, the Fallout series. I played all of them, or at least the ones on console. I recently just got into Skyrim, just like
Yep.
it's crazy. I just got into it. It's been out for like a long ass time. They just released a whole nother edition, but I just love the concept and the idea of going to somebody else and creating your own character, making your own rules and moral code. It's kind of like, I mean, and I guess that's the connection I make from there to acting is just like you creating your own, character, and you're choosing to have this trait, have this characteristic. And so huge video game person. Fallout, like, please, everything. Battlefield, I play everything. I play just about everything. Yeah.
Now, Elijah, I have to ask about one scene in the movie in particular.
Yes.
You're being straddled by one of the vampires.
Yes.
How many times did you ask to retake that scene?
I lost count after a bit, because I was just like, wow. I mean, it was. I mean, I was asking, like, we were talking about that scene days, weeks before it even happened, and it got pushed back a couple times, and I was like, so Taylor, Sean, when are we doing the kiss, the little blow up and the kissing scene, but it was
so true. That's so true.
Do you guys? I mean, I would assume that would be your favorite scene in the movie. But do you guys have a favorite scene in the movie that either you were a part of or that you weren't a part of and loved watching, either it being filmed or the final product?
Wow. I'm gonna go with the scene. And it's not even that crazy of a scene, but it was so funny when we were filming it. The scene when we bust into Brad's garage and then he starts crying, that was extremely funny to film because we had so many things that went wrong. At first, the guy that came in, he's supposed to press the garage button to open the garage. Instead, it's supposed to work to the TV, but he presses a garage button. So the garage starts opening, and then we're all in the middle of the scene. We're all like, "Oh, what?" And then Brad has to start crying, and it was just so fun to film. That was super fun to film.
Yeah. That was definitely a great one. I mean, every day of shooting for me was just like another like a joyride. What's next, but I really want to say, man,
I know it's hard. I have a lot of things.
There were a lot of scenes.
The whole thing was fun.
The whole thing, honestly. I probably maybe the scene where it was after we all killed after we all killed the vampires, and we come back in the house and we're like, Jackie, Sam and Kevin, we're all kind of hugging each other, and we go to check on
Shimmy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, we shoot him in the face with the water gun to wake him up. And I remember I was the one that was spraying him in the face. And when I guess I might have done it a little aggressively because I think I stood right up his nose, and he just when he was on the floor, when I shot it in his face, he was just coughing so bad. It was the funniest thing ever, and I didn't know if he was acting or if I had actually made him do that. It was
actually
hilarious.
One bonus one.
Okay,
actually. All right. We were in the car. The scene where we're in the car and we pull over and we see that I haven't.
The red hair girl.
Yeah, the Carmen. Yeah, Carmen.
Oh, Carmen.
Yeah, we see Carmen leaving, and the music is up really loud, and I have to turn it down.
Oh my God!
He's turn it down, and I'm like, I can't. And the knob. A fun fact is the knob on and that's my actual car, that's my actual car that I drove. I drove since high school. And
wait, did you drive from California to North Carolina then?
No, actually. We I just recently moved to LA for
So you
school.
were already there.
Yeah.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
I got you. Well, I'm on board now.
Yeah. But the knob that I used to turn down the music like came off in the scene, and that was completely like just by happenstance like that.
Yeah, I remember. I was because the scene is like, I'm like, we can't get the music to turn down. We're like jacking with the knob trying to get it to work, and I'm like looking out the window. My hand is like on the knob, and I'm like still, and then I just see it come off in my hand, and that was the one that they used in the movie. And then I just like, that was so genuine. My face was like, and then I looked at you because I was like, is he still gonna go through with the next part? And then he did, and then I ducked. So it was like, okay, like perfect. Okay. Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. So this is going to lead into the first of our two little mini games here on the Milo Beasley Show. The first one is going to be called the Milo Beasley Show Frequently Asked Questions. I'm going to ask you the same 5 questions that I ask every single guest here on the Milo Beasley Show. There are no wrong answers. It's just first thing that pops into your head. So, first question. Who was your first celebrity crush?
Oh man, Natalie Portman. Yeah, she's yeah.
Ooh, I don't know.
Can't think of anybody.
I can't think right now. Wait, I'm just gonna say, bro. Okay, I'm gonna say Dylan O'Brien. Teen Wolf when I was younger, when I watched that. Okay.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I don't think I've had anybody say it, but it's a good one. All right. Question number 2. What is your guilty pleasure song? So what's the song that, you love to play? You don't care who's around. You're playing it. You're singing it. You're dancing.
Taylor Swift, 22.
God.
I love that song. I love that song so much.
Oh my god. Probably like probably Kings of Leon song, I like, because I mostly listen to like a lot of rap music, but I love that band so much. So yeah, I play that like whenever I want.
Yeah. It's all about, maybe not necessarily listening to what you always listen to, but Elijah, did you happen to see Taylor Swift on the Saturday Night Live?
I didn't get it. I did not get a chance to see it. I saw her. The only thing I saw of it was just this morning. I think on TikTok, Taylor like put something on TikTok where it's like a TikTok of her and Selena Gomez behind the scenes of SNL, and it's like, if you're a fan, if you're like a Disney Channel, like like kid at heart, I watched Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, all that stuff. Like Selena Gomez was a girl for a time on Disney Channel, and then that Taylor Swift, they were connected and all since way back then. So I kind of like freaked out a little bit, but that's there. Oh yeah.
All right. Now question number 3 is going to be, it's by far the weirdest of the questions that I have, but this is if your life depended on it, would you rather fight one giant duck or 100 tiny horses? Like a horse-sized duck or duck-sized horses? Your life depended on it. What do you think you could? Which of those do you think you could beat?
Probably.
I'm gonna say 100 tiny horses. I can kick those things. I can
just kick them.
Yeah.
I think I would do the duck because it's like I don't know. I don't want to just kick a bunch of horses. Like one thing, like it's 100 of another thing. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think 100 of anything is super difficult to beat.
Yeah.
I think I'm personally going after the one giant duck, even though the one giant duck has a giant mouth, and
See, that's right.
Yeah.
duck mouths are like,
But it doesn't have any like arms, so you could just get around it.
right. Yes. Get underneath the legs like
Yeah.
like an AT-AT. And if
From,
you
like,
watch Star Wars, you would know what that means.
Unfortunately, you don't.
All right. Question number 4. I'm really looking forward to this answer, especially since you guys brand new into the movie industry. What is your favorite movie quote?
Ooh, whoa.
that's the like hardest question.
That's a great Wow. It's hard for me because I like I like quotes are like it feels like something that I should be like pay attention to, but I don't for some reason. But if I have to pick, if I had to like give a general answer, I'll say probably anything from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. And like, yeah, like I mean, they have so many great lines in there. Like just one particular is whatever Chris Evans says, like when he's just being that actor, that big tough actor, and he's like this full of comedic this gold. Yeah.
I'm good hard. I think I'm just gonna go with also like anything from like maybe Jim Carrey. Just he's like, I just I couldn't really say that, but
yeah.
very
So Jim Carrey's your guy.
yeah.
Awesome. Huge. I think well, it's Christmas time, so there's gonna be a lot of Grinch on my television. So many quotables from the Grinch. All right. So our last of our frequently asked questions. This is a fill in the blank. So think about what you're good at. If blank was an Olympic sport, I would win a gold medal. Anything in the world.
If procrastination was an Olympic sport, I definitely think I would win a gold medal. Or actually, if that's too like because if my parents see this and they're like, oh, why would you say that?
Right, like if somebody's like if somebody's like interested in hiring you, they're gonna be like,
This is for anybody, if you are watching, this is I'm honest, by the way, I'm an honest guy. But a separate thing would be probably video games. Like if I were to play, let's say, a specific game, if anybody wanted to play me Rainbow Six Siege, that was an Olympic sport, and I still played like I did before. Yeah, it'd be raps. It would be I could win a gold medal on that one. Yeah.
all right, Kandace.
I don't know. Like anything of an Olympic sport like level, I'm like, well, I think I would succeed. But damn, I don't know. Maybe like eating a Taco Bell. I don't know, something like that. I like Taco Bell.
What's your go-to at Taco Bell?
I get oh my god, they used to have this thing called an enchilada. I used to get that. It was like it used to be like a burrito with sauce on top. And it was like this whole.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah, you remember that? That was like my go-to. And then they took it away.
Man, that's the one thing I hate about especially like Taco Bell does that a lot with menu items. But then they bring them back like 3 years later, and they're like back by popular demand. All right, and then the second of our 2 games, it is called the Milo Beasley Show Top 5 where I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to be top 5, no particular order, but since I found this in the horror genre on Amazon Prime, top 5. And Kandace, you said this was your go-to genre. Top 5 favorite horror movies.
Okay. Ooh.
No particular order.
Ooh. Scream. You know, Edward Scissorhands. I don't know if that's like a
I think it is.
Yeah, Edward Scissorhands. I remember watching that when I was younger. Let me think. I really like the first It that they did, the rendition of it. But I didn't like the second one, but the first one was good. Okay, that's 3. Hold on. Elijah, you want to answer while I think?
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out mine. Like I am. Oh man.
I just watched recently.
Oh yeah, I watched actually. Yeah, I'm actually gonna. Okay, so maybe this is not definitive, at the moment.
Right.
But I do have a couple at least. Okay, so I'm gonna say, and I'm not a huge horror fan, so just stay with me. But I really liked Guillermo del Toro's Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. That came out, I think, 2 years ago. I think, or something like that. Yeah, was really good. There's a movie on Netflix called Await Further Instructions. I always like suggest that to people because I love that movie. It's such a mind-boggling movie. Third would be I kind of like the It Chapter 2. Honestly, there was definitely moments that really scared me, like the moment where like the clown was like eating that dude like whole. Like you actually see him him eating it, and then he just disappeared. That was like a haunting moment for me. So maybe those 3. I want to say, and probably not like I haven't. This is how honest I am because I'm so scared to watch it truly yet. But I really I watched the ending of Saw 2, and it really scared the life out of me. I had nightmares for a while.
That one has some messed up scenes.
Yeah, and my mom always said if any movie that's the movie that she does not like. And so I'm on that one with her. And then I guess number 5 would be, it might be more of a thriller type horror, but I really liked it recently. Last Night in Soho was actually really good. I like that.
I have not seen it, but I've heard so many good things about it.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. It was good. It was really good.
Okay. I think I'm gonna say. Okay, do you guys remember Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I remember I saw that when I was younger, and I was like, and I'd like watch it just every now and then, but yeah, no, that was like a classic. And then probably The Mask. So I can say it.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Halloween.
All right, so let's wrap up one more time. SuperHot. If anybody hasn't seen it yet, why should they go out and watch SuperHot and seek it out?
So what I tell people is it's a good movie at heart. Like I really think that it's something. It's really one of those like cult movies that I mean at least for me, I can't help but think that. But it's something that you just love to. I feel like you'll just love it. Like you'll love the characters. You'll love the where it takes it. You'll love kind of the ending. You'll love you'll love a lot of like the heart of it. It's not anything that's supposed to be super scary or like completely serious. It's just one of those like really genuine like styled movies. If you like 80s style movies that are funny and good hearted, and it has some fantastic acting and interesting writing, please like give it a watch and before you judge. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no, I feel like a lot of people could relate to like the characters in the movie, and it's just like something that's like really, like, I don't know, it's just like it's like a fucking like a feel good movie, just like it's just like a good little flick. Pretty nice. Go watch it on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, again, I loved it. When I got done watching it, actually, I think during the middle of it, like I went to IMDb and was like, okay, I had to see you guys out, scoured, like, how do I find your guys' email addresses? And I had to get you on here to talk about this movie because I had a fun time watching this flick. So again, best of luck to you guys in the future. Before we wrap up, where can folks find you on the social medias?
Absolutely. You can find me on Instagram at Eli Cooke, ELICOOKE. You can also find me on Twitter. I'm on there. I do a couple of things on there at Enjoy the Program. So please follow my Twitter handles advice and enjoy the program, enjoy the movie. And yeah, that's about it for me.
And then y'all can just find me on Instagram at _Kandace Kale _ and yeah, I just kind of post about like group things that I've done. So.
Yeah, there we go. Right down there. Try to make it easy for everyone to go and find you. But yeah, so again, best of luck to you guys. In your careers. Hopefully, SuperHot turns into this, great cult classic. And pick up more roles, and maybe I'll see you guys down the road at a comic convention at one of the comic conventions that I work for, namely GalaxyCon. So would love to chat with you guys in person at one of those. So I'm everyone out there, go watch SuperHot. Follow these guys on their socials and have a good time. Anything else before we wrap up?
I would also just say real quick, go into it with an open mind. It's also one of those movies you have to go with to you want to enjoy it or you want to watch something. So I would just open mind and just have fun. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Yeah.
Agreed.
Am I still on this?
Yeah, you're still here.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what just happened. Okay, I'll just everything just went away. It's just my homepage right now.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you guys so much for joining me. I had a blast. Hopefully you guys did too. And hopefully everybody at home watching. And don't forget, now you can listen, as we are now on podcast form as well. After 7 years, I finally put the YouTube show on the podcast. So thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we'll see you guys next week.